Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Brad Kilgore here with America's Best Shops. And we're going to jump right into our session today of why most repair shops won't survive the next 24 months. So I'm going to just give a few minutes for everyone to jump on here. Most everybody. All right. I think my audio is okay. Looks like video is in pretty good shape. My eyeballs look like they're the demon, but that's just a reflection off the screen. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. Let's see if I can share screen here. Let's see what screen we're going to go for. Okay, so let's do a test to make sure that this all looks pretty good. Yep, I can see it on the screen. So again, most vehicle repair shops won't survive the next 24 months, and here's why. Um, as you come on to the masterclass or the webinar, make sure you turn off your cell phones, turn off Facebook, and give us your attention. Give us your attention for a little while. This is important stuff. And basically, if you're a vehicle repair shop business owner and you're serious about getting better results from your marketing budget, then the next 60 minutes or so may actually change your business and your life. So let's dive right in. What we're going to cover today, consumers aren't just searching anymore, they're asking. Visibility is collapsing, not expanding. What prepared owners do when everyone else panics, and why playing it safe is the most dangerous strategy. So, a little bit about me, Brad Kilgore. Like I say, America's Best Shops. You can see a little bit about me. I've written a book before about helping shops grow. I've been in the industry now for around 20 years, the online marketing industry. And my goal is to 100% help shops succeed, whether that's a automotive repair shop, motorcycle repair shop, RV repair shop, you name it, we're here to help. So that's a little bit about me. Keep on cruising through. Here's some testimonials from some different shop owners over the years. And again, we've been doing this for quite some time, able to change a lot of shop owners' businesses by really getting those things right when it comes to their website, their marketing and how they show up in Google search, their social media, their video, their graphic design, their brand. I mean, all these different things all tie in together for the big picture to obviously bring in more business to your shop. We make our clients the top repair shop in the local marketplace so they can attract the best clients, able to charge top rates for their services, and are booked out weeks in advance. How we do this, kind of the three principles of our omnipresence marketing system. We're going to dive into this a little bit deeper and explain a little bit more about what we mean by omnipresence. But the big thing is based on what you can see kind of in the graphic over here, is that we're going to maximize the opportunities. We're going to do everything we can, get you in as many places as possible to get it, generate qualified inquiries. We're going to maximize your brand impressions and maximize conversions, right? So 2026, here we are, January already. The way people buy, work, experience life has literally changed forever. And I'm going to go into a deeper detail of this as to why and to how. But just be advised, things are changing when it comes to the online marketing world and how businesses operate online, offline, and everything in between. Clients are not just searching anymore. We think about the ways that in the past where people were just doing a search in Google. Well, now because of the how things have changed with AI in all areas of search, people are asking now. You know, I'm heavily embedded into the AI marketing world. I appear on a show. We're in our second season now, our 32nd episode, where we talk about um, AI marketing for businesses because it's shifted. I mean, it shifts every week because so many things are happening when it comes to the internet, how AI fits into that, how AI fits into our literally when you're talking to your home, you're talking to your car, talking to your phone. I mean, it's insane how fast it's going. So a little bit here, the market has split in two. Most repair shops are targeting the wrong side. Um, and kind of gives you a picture here of the middle class, the squeezed middle class, and the downward trend, compressed pricing, and how they fit into about 80% of the market. And then the 10% of affluent, upwardly mobile and upwardly wealthy people, and positioning you to be found and seen by people who aren't afraid to spend money on their vehicles, right? 1980 to 2020 was an exception. That was the only economy, or most working people have ever known. But that's changed. You know, globalization, offshoring, unprecedented borrowing, so many different details here. And your customer's life is fundamentally different now. Cost of living change, you know, even in the last few years, you know. This fluctuates, of course. You know, you think about pricing just a few years ago, whether that's your rent, insurance, mortgage, your utilities, your health care. You know, when families are squeezed this hard, a lot of times vehicle repair becomes a big expense they put off. You know, it isn't always the top priority because of the economy, because of their budgeting and how they have to push their money around. This gives you an idea here. The wealth gap is real. In 1980, the top 1% owned 25% of all wealth, and today the top 1% own over 35% of all wealth. The affluent, however you want to say it, are pulling away, and the middle class is getting squeezed. And, your average customer has less discretionary income to spend on services now than even 5 years ago. So that's something to be aware of. This is the reality that we live in. And a lot of times the affluent are untouched. Not always. You know, their wealth possibly is growing faster than inflation. Their home values are soaring. The portfolios are hitting all-time highs. They feel wealthier than ever. And when people feel wealthy, they spend on premium services quality. You know, there's a lot of amazing vehicles out there, whether that's custom motorcycles um, or amazing computerized cars now. I mean, I look at our cars and they're 2 years old and they're hybrid. They're computer screens on them. You know, the windshields are are insane, and there's so many moving parts now that it's just crazy. You know, premium vehicles are just. We had a really high end RV that we lived in. We lived in our RV full time for 3.5 years. The Renegade RV, top of the line in so many ways. And it's just changing. It's literally changing of how that works. So which one does your marketing attract right now? Is that the price shopper who wants the lowest price, the cheapest, you know, all the discounts, or is it the loyal customer? They know that they're going to get reliable service. They trust you. You get two different types of customers here, and you might be on the field but playing the wrong game. There's kind of a graphic that describes that. Competing on price with customers who can't spend more, or more competitors entering displaced um, workers, franchise buyers, affluent customers spending. They're not looking for you, and this only ends one way unless you shift, right? And like I mentioned earlier, AI is disrupting everything, right? Fewer customers with discretionary income, displaced workers, entering your market, buying franchises, undercutting prices, facing more competition and for fewer customers who can afford to spend for your service. So the real shift that we're talking about here, it's happening now. The buying behavior is evolving, not disappearing. Decisions are being influenced before customers ever search, and trust, familiarity, and recommendation signals now lead choices. So there's a real shift happening, and why simply being online is no longer enough. Fewer businesses are shown recommended, or how they show up in Google search. Platforms filter aggressively, not equally anymore. We'll get into that a little bit more. And visibility is earned through brand recognition, consistency, and stuff, not activity or having the most reviews. I can't really even stress enough how important it is to build your brand. Everything that we're seeing in the AI marketing space and how it's shifting is brand, brand, brand. You know, really making sure that you are omnipresent on all the platforms and all the different ways through your branding, right? Touch on that a little bit more. So, what's coming next? Better clients, predictable growth, and real scale. That's the goal, right? And what prepared owners do when everyone else panics. This is a pretty good visualization where um, there are a lot of shop owners that we talk to that literally um, are so overwhelmed because they're not good at technology to begin with. A lot of them, they're really good at vehicle repair and knowing everything and all the ins and outs when it comes to their craft, but when it comes to technology, um, and it's shifting right now, they're overwhelmed and they're panicking. A lot of them are panicking. Now, what prepared owners do differently is they really plan before pressure forces decisions. They invest in market position, not experiment. They protect their brand visibility as a core business asset. I mentioned before, brand visibility. And why playing it safe is the most dangerous strategy. If you're just playing it safe and you are literally thinking, it's not going to affect my business, why should I worry about how technology is changing, how online marketing is changing? Um, Playing it safe is a dangerous strategy. And the dangerous myth of playing it safe, pulling back feels responsible but creates invisibility. Stability and growth today requires decisive action. And past choices protect comfort, not future position. So a lot of us, whatever business we're in, we get comfortable. We get comfortable with how things were and what worked last week, last month, last year, and it's different. It's going to continue to evolve. So planning for the next 12 months. These are important things to know is um, remain visible no matter what. What must remain visible? What deserves focus? What doesn't? And where to protect momentum going into the day. These are some really important things that we're going to cover. So many marketing options, but unsure where to invest your budget. I mean, this hasn't changed in the fact that there's always been a lot of marketing options, but where to invest? Paid ads, video, flyers, mailers, is it SEO? There's a lot of options. Where do we start? So here's just kind of a punch list. I touched on these a second ago, but Google Maps, Google search ads, SEO, which now has AI overview in it and other AI pieces. Really getting your website ready, built for conversions. Um, having a system where you can text message and email your customers. Making sure you're working on your reviews and your reputation. Referral partners. There's a large list. This is just part of it, even all of it, right? And so I won't go through each one of these, but there's a lot of information here, and I touched on it a minute ago, and I'll just hit the high points. But paid inquiries, paid ads, whether that's on Facebook, on Google, YouTube, you can pay for ads on all those platforms. Google Maps, we talked about, where you upload photos, you get reviews, all those things. Organic rankings or SEO by having the service pages, the city pages, or location pages, vehicle specific content. There's a million different ways that you can optimize your website. We've been building websites for 20 years and doing the online marketing piece of it, and it all ties into this. The social outreach, whether that's a local community group, um, community relationships, a lot of different things that go into that. Local awareness campaigns, direct mail, repeat customers, having a reward or loyalty system or reminders, um, uh, referral systems, those types of things. Uh, there's a lot of different things when it comes to just asking um, for reviews, asking for referrals, having some sort of a system for your VIPs, strategic partners, V partners, joint venture. Lots of different ways that you can have JV partners, whether it's other shops that sell tires that you don't sell, tow truck companies, car washers, detailers, fleet managers, local businesses, a ton of different ways. Talked a little bit about websites already. Making your website so that it works. When someone goes there, it's easy to navigate, easily call or text or chat. A lot of online directories, different things that we can help you with there. And then, like I say, whether that's door hangers, postcards, sponsoring the Little League team, all those things. So these are just a list of where shops can get leads and jobs from. Building that brand authority that I talked about, whether that's you know doing videos online, articles that are informative. The list is long. So as a business owner, really, no matter what industry you're in, we look at major investment in marketing. Where do we go? How far do we go? How big do we go? How small do we go? Right? Challenge. Sometimes we talked to a lot of shop owners over the years that spent a lot of money on marketing and maybe didn't pick the right company to work with and didn't get much to show for it. That can happen. And that's extremely frustrating, right? And if you don't have a clear plan, overspend or worse, underspend or underperform. That's such a balancing act of which way to go with it all. So the opportunity, clear plan with goals, targets, KPIs. Don't know what a KPI is, that's a key performance indicator, right? So really having goals, clear plan, targets, huge. How do you generate enough inquiries to hit your goals and grow your business? How is it done? How do the bigger shops do it? How do you get a great return on your investment? What everybody wants, right? So what are your goals for 2026? As Brian Tracy said, success is goals. All else is coming. So write them down. Start with the goals of where you want to go, what you want to do with your shop. Because with no direction, you're dead in the water. Like you're just barely holding on to the life raft. There's an old saying you could probably get from Colorado to Montana without a map, without a goal, without directions. You'd probably get there eventually, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier and more efficient to have a plan and a map and clear direction of how you're going to get there. Clear goals within yourselves. That's a pretty nice boat too. I like that one. So Harvard study. 1979 interview of grads, 84% no specific goals, 13% of goals not written down, 3% had a clear written goals and plans to accomplish them. And the results, the 13% of the class who had goals were earning on average twice as much as the 84% who had no goals at all. Even more staggering, the 3% who had clear written goals were earning on average 10 times as much as the 97% put together. So, not my study here, but it's been proven that if you really clear written goals and plans on how you're going to accomplish them, set clear goals. A little bit of goal setting framework here. You need to have written goals and plans, and you need to set at a minimum the 1 year goal, quarterly goals, as some people call them, monthly goals. And you have to have a stopping point at the beginning of each new year and the end of each quarter to reflect how did you do based on what you set for your goal and what are you going to do going forward. So when we look at 2026, what is your revenue target? How much is that monthly? How many jobs will that require? What is your average job value? When you decipher these numbers, it makes it much easier to plan and to determine how you're going to get them. Put some basic numbers in here. Average job value is 375. How many jobs will that require? How much is that monthly revenue over the year? I mean, these are the things that you want to really dig into for yourself. How many inquiries will you need? What's your average conversion rate from inquiry to book job? Divide your call target by your conversion rate. What's the average conversion rate from inquiry to book job? Divide your call target by your conversion rate. Just some ideas. So, what's your goal for 2026? And how many inquiries a month will you need monthly to get that? Update your marketing message. Number two, the fundamentals. The fundamentals of your shop marketing plan. The market is who, the message is what, and the media is how. Who's your ideal customer? Something important to look at. Who do you want to be your ideal customer? If you can see Joe Jones through Joe Jones's eyes, then you can sell what Joe Jones buys, right? Determine who is your ideal customer. Well, you can kind of an ideal customer avatar might be a little small to see, but what are their pains and frustrations? What are their goals and desires? Look at pains and frustrations, unexpected repair costs, bad past experiences. They don't trust shops. They got burned. Goals and desires. What is a good goal and desire of your ideal customer? A reliable vehicle, an honest diagnosis, a clear pricing. These are huge. I think everybody out there has gotten taken advantage of before. Not just shops, but definitely happened to me at shops. Fears and objections. Kind of goes in line with pains and frustrations, but getting overcharged, unnecessary repairs, no warranty, no accountability. And then dreams and aspirations. A shop they can trust for years. Convenient scheduling, turnaround. These are a big deal. These are a really big deal. And so think about Joe Jones in there as your ideal customer. Where do they look? What are decision triggers? Maintenance is due, the check engine lights on. Think about this for your repair shop avatar. So we kind of went through this, but just in bigger letters for you. With the primary age for drivers for your ideal customer, 30 to 65. Typically busy working professional or parent. Household decisions, or the household decision maker, I should say. Middle to upper middle income. Middle to upper middle. Middle to upper middle income level. Lives or works within 5 to 15 miles of your shop. Values convenience and time savings. Keep their vehicle for years, not just the lease might say. They're going to rely on their car daily for commute, for kids, for parents. First, to build a relationship with their shop. It depends on what kind of shop you are. It could be more of a custom shop versus just a auto repair shop or what have you. But you think about it, people still want to have their shop. A lot of times the demographic could include people that use their smartphone for everything: calls, texts, maps, reviews, and they want clear communication and transparency. We talked about some of the pains and frustrations already, but here's a few more. Can't get a shop to answer the phone or call back. Can be solved. Things that we can solve for you, but it's very common. Doesn't know who to trust. Too many shops feel salesy. Confusing estimates, unclear pricing, surprise charges, fear of being sold repairs they don't need, bad past experiences, inconvenient scheduling and long wait times. Vehicle downtime can be a major disruption. Their kids to school, they got to get to work, go to the store. They don't understand what's wrong. They don't know how cars work. They just put the key in there, right? So they feel powerless because they don't understand how repairs work, what's wrong. A frustration or pain can be shops don't explain issues in plain language. They're talking in tech talk or whatever, and the customer doesn't understand. They don't get updates, have to chase the shop for a status. Big frustration. Warranty feels unclear or non existent, and they just want the problem fixed correctly the first time. I'm sure the shop owner wants that too, but that's not always the case. So I think these are really important to look at. Take a screenshot of this. See it on YouTube, just pause it. Shot screen. So when we look at this, similar information here, but fears and implications. Getting ripped off, overcharged for repairs that weren't actually needed, being upsold based on fear instead of facts, low quality parts or quick fixes that fail again, unsafe vehicle causing an accident or breakdown, stranded, kids at night on the highway. They're all fears. Missing work, losing income due to due to the fact that their vehicles are down. Small issue turned into a major expensive repair. Shop damaging the vehicle or leaving it worse than it was before. Warranty not honored. Not having a reliable go-to shop long term. Spending money and still not having peace of mind. Those are some of the fears. So some of the implications. So the goals and desires of your ideal customer would be getting the problem fixed correctly the first time. Reliable vehicle they can count on daily. Honest diagnostics. Clear explanations. Transparent pricing and no surprise charges. Fast turnaround and convenient scheduling. Proactive maintenance plan to avoid big repairs. Regular updates by text or by call. Having a smooth experience. A shop that stands behind their work, feel respected, not talked down to. And again, they want to build that long-term relationship with a trusted local shop. They want to be able to keep their vehicle longer and protect its value and have that peace of mind and confidence when driving. Want to break down. So you can make the case here. Fast, clear estimates and upfront pricing, convenient scheduling and loaner ride options when available, fix it right the first time, quality parts and workmanship, certified techs and proven track records, reviews, a strong warranty and satisfaction guarantee. Big thing. So we talked about this of the messaging, right? Or now we can look at media. Kind of some takeaways here. What will you implement of some of these things? What makes sense of what we've covered so far? Make sure your hub converts. When we talk about hub, we're going to dig into this a little bit deeper, but how many inquiries will you need? When we say hub, we're kind of talking about the website, the mothership, so to speak. Goes out in all different directions: reviews, text messages, phone calls, maps, all these different things, right? So if clicks are down massively, search is way up, then why the F do I even need a website in 2020? You need to have a website, but you need to have it modernized. So a great site built to train AI and convert. Having a great site that's built for conversions is huge. There's a lot of important things. This is one of our websites here, but having that phone number visible, ready to go, click to call, easy way to communicate with them, having a chat widget, chat bot, so many different things that we can go into more, but having that great site built. So we're looking at authentic authority signals. Again, having prominent reviews, ratings, certifications, guarantees. These are all extremely important, right? Clear contact info and local presence. Those are extremely important, right? When it comes to your online hub, your online presence, how you show up online, consistent and transparent messaging. Avoid exaggerated claims. Much better to be clear than to be full of hype. And a lot of the AI tools and a lot of the AI platforms now, they pick up on consistency. Make sure that if you don't know how to do it, and have your name, address, phone set up correctly across all the different directories and places you can be, reach out. We'll show you how we can easily do that. Real human proof is a big deal. Share real team photos, behind the scenes content, testimonials, not just reviews, case studies, project stories. These are all important things to be putting on your social media, put on your website, blog, it's also on your website. These are important things, the real human proof. Some of the things that help you show up, um, trust markers, is having FAQs on your website. I can't even begin to explain how important it is now to have FAQs, which is frequently asked questions, on your website, a whole list of them for all the different services, because these are things that now Google's AI overview and different AI tools, ChatGPT, pick up on, right? So you're getting your reviews, right? Business information, like I talked about before. Make sure your website is fast. It's got a secure HTTPS security certificate on it. Make sure it's set up for mobile optimization. And then again, having those updated and accurate business listings. Google Maps or Google Business Profile is the most common one that we all know, but there's a whole bunch more. And now with um, uh, people talking to their cars and Alexa and Gemini, all these different things now, there is so much here that you really have to pay attention to. And again, if this is something that this is not up your alley that you're going to do, then talk to us or hire somebody that's going to do it for you to get it right. Because trust must be visible to the people and machine readable for all the AI platforms. From static pages to smart adaptive experiences. In the old days, you could just kind of have like a digital business card as a website. Not going to fly these days. You know, there's so much more to it with an intelligent platform, not a static website, but a dynamic website. Having personalized content, having a chatbot on there that can talk to your customers and give real time customer support. There's a lot of different things too when it comes to the AI driven conversion optimization. Uh, There's ways that we can analyze visitors' behavior, automatically test and improve calls to actions, your layout, your messaging. With the advent of AI and so many powerful tools that we use now, we can look into this at a really deep level. And your website is the hub, and it's the hub of your AI powered marketing system ecosystem. Having it all operate in unison, your website and everything that goes into it, your CRM system, AI powered SEO, your ads. We want to make it a content engine, but we want to make it so that when somebody comes there and finds you, however they find you, that they're able to make smart decisions based on what they see. Conversion science equals doubling inquiries without more traffic. A little bit more. Psychology of conversion. Why people click, call, or submit forms. Using trust signals. Again, we talked about this. Reviews, guarantees, social proof to reduce hesitation. Emotional triggers that move a visitor from browsing to acting. Optimizing your website funnel. How to identify and fix leaks where visitors drop off. Simplifying call to action or CTAs and making them impossible to miss. AI-powered optimization to identify the best performing page elements. They're all really, really important. AI enhanced personalization for higher conversions, tailoring the visitor journey in real time. This is crazy what we can do now. We can actually see what's happening behind the scenes when your visitors are on the website, real time. Predictive insights, knowing what your visitors want even before they act, and how AI can help double leads without spending a dollar more. Make your conversions on your website. Speak directly to the ideal vehicle owner. Use real shop photos. We talked about this before. Your team, your bays, your before and afters. Include short videos on there, shop tour, advisor intro, what to expect. Video can be huge. Showcase your Google reviews. We have some ways to showcase your Google reviews that will just blow your socks off, because you want to, if you've worked hard to build your reputation, you want to showcase that. You want to really put that prominent front and center. Make it easy for them to call or text or chat. Make sure you got the basics on there with your services, your hours, your location, your pricing, all those different things. And have a strong call to action on every page. The ability to click to call. Everybody's on a mobile device. You see here on the screen. Everybody's on their mobile device all the time. They don't want to have to dial a number. They want to click to call, right? Offer a risk reversal or a warranty. We fix it right. Talked about chats, having a chat on your website. We even have software now that we offer that gives the ability to do video chats, text back for missed calls and after hours. There's so much business that's lost. Called after someone calls after hours, or the phones are too busy. All those leads and those prospective customers are falling through the cracks. We have ways to help you with that. Use automation, appointment reminders, repair updates, follow-ups, review requests. All these things could be automated now. A lot of shops don't know how to do that. They don't even know who can help them do that. Look at your website. Pull up your website right now. Is it built to tell your brand story? Is it built to be able to talk to via AI, convert visitors into inquiry, convert visitors into inquiries into customers? What do you really need to tweak? Take a look at it. It may surprise you. Biggest profit leak right now in repair shops is calls unbooked inquiries. I mentioned this a minute ago. It is a huge leak, profit leak, money out the door, out the door, out. We have AI receptionists now that can answer 200 phone calls all at the same time and help them all and send them a link to schedule, or even actually schedule right on the call. It's insane what we can do now. Even a few years ago, unheard of. It's real now. Number one leak is missed calls during shop hours. These that aren't contacted within minutes rarely convert, especially the people that are finding you on the maps and shops near me searches and those types of things. They don't, they're going to just go right down the list. And if nobody answers, inquiries that are not followed up in 2 to 5 minutes go cold. They go right to the competition, right? The average quality customer must be followed up 5 to 7 times before they're ready to book sometimes. Today's consumers prefer to interact via message, at least at the first phone call or email. And consumers now want to do their own research and gather answers before reaching out to confirm and finalize. Things are shifting, like we said early on today. So, lead generation versus lead nurturing. What are your defined follow-up steps? How many initial touches? What forms? What calls? What emails? What text message? What direct mail? What social message? There's a lot of layers that come into all this these days. Not only do we want to get those customers, we want to hold on to them. We want to make them lifelong customers, right? And all be handled very easily now. Got the right system. Proven solution here. Leverage marketing automation to respond to missed calls, web forms, chat inquiries in the first 1 to 2 minutes, whether that's via call or AI receptionist, text, email. Automate the follow-up so that every prospect is touched 5 to 7 times and can engage with you with texting until they book an appointment. Use AI when it's appropriate. These are things we can build in for you. Instant replies, FAQs, routing. But keep a real service advisor. We call it human in the loop for estimates, trust, and closing. A lot of things we can automate, but the human in the loop is a huge piece here, because people do business with what they know. People do business with who they know, like, and trust, right? Build a lead list you can remarket to, overdue maintenance, to find work, so the audience can be 10 times bigger than this week's crowd count. And we can remarket in so many different ways, whether that's postcards with special offers, referral programs, the list is long. So again, we're looking at the hub. We're looking at all the different ways. We're looking at automation, whether it's ads, whether it's SEO, whether it's website in general. There's a lot of pieces here that need to work together. So here's just some information that I think is helpful. All right. Before, no system, for one, talks about the appointment rate, not a consistent follow-up, talk about getting leads from multiple sources, really putting things on steroids when it comes to leveraging what's available these days, getting leads from all these different sources, and leverage what's available. All the different automations and AI tools, and having an expert on your team who's part of your team That's what we do here at America's Best. And so your average orders, if you have way more booked appointments and conversion rates, can skyrocket. It's done right. Got to have a system. Lead nature automation makes every lead more valuable. I'm not going to go through the takeaways right now. I want to get through these slides so you get the right information, but be thinking about it. Send us a message, comment on the video. Let us know, what are your takeaways? What did you learn? What are you going to implement right now? You need help. For know and track your KPIs. We talked about this. Your key performance indicators, right? There's just some information of before, how their numbers would be. But again, if there's a delayed response, missed calls, appointment rate could be really low. But after, having a proper system, knowing who your customer avatar is, responding to the people that are contacting you, your appointment rates are going to go up. Your missed calls and delayed response is going to go way down. Your appointments booked is going to go way up. How many showed up is going to go way up. And your revenue. The old saying is, you got to spend money to make money, is a true statement. You can't just pretend like automation and modern technology is not important, because that's the world we live in. So we talked a little bit about a clear goal, a target, clarity around your market message and media. We made sure website is optimized for conversion, and we talked about some KPI tracking, right? Some key trends, 2026 must have an all-in perspective, the omnipresent system. Talked about this: SEO, pay-per-click, local service ads, social media, email, direct mail. All these things can work hand in hand. You have the right system. Video, and more video. Video, everybody consumes video every day. Version optimization, automation. These are the key trends for this year. So build your 2026 plan. We talked already about all these different things. There's a lot to look at. You're like, how do I do all this? Right? You don't have to do it by yourself. You're busy being, you're busy shining at what you do, right? So need to be the marketing guru. So recap: consumers aren't searching anymore; they're asking. Visibility is collapsing, not expanding. What prepared owners do when everyone else panics, and why playing it safe is the most dangerous strategy. Some of the things we covered in the beginning. What's coming next? Better clients, predictable growth, and real scale. Implementation is everything. Most businesses fail not because they don't have ideas, it's because they don't execute. The key to growth is taking immediate action on one high impact shift. Marketing is not a side activity, it is your business. The best businesses are not the best operators, they're the best marketers, who then need to refine operations to scale. Commit to one major marketing shift and just think about what top 3 marketing plan initiatives you plan to implement now to hit your 2026 goal. Dream big, set your goals, take action. We've got more blueprint to success with America's Best Shops. Just go to americasbestshops.com. We have a whole system there that we've developed, and this can really move the needle for you. Give us a shout, give us a chat, do a video chat, whatever it is. Set a demo, and we'll go into it with you. How we build the foundation, how we do the lead generation, the prospecting, all of it. So, do you want to become the best known shop? Most shops do, right? Omnipresence marketing system. We talked about this. Your hub in the middle, and you got all the different things over here. And now it's pretty much all powered through AI as well. A lot more booked appointments from Google and Maps without racing competitors to the phone. Let's build a dominant online presence that positions you as the best known shop, right? Book a strategy call today. Just go right to americasbestshops.com. Let us know what we can do to help you. And we're going to do everything. We are not salesy. We are people that truly want to help. We'll show you how it works. Hopefully, this has been extremely informative for you, and you realize that we're here to help. Screen share for a second. Like I said, I'm Brad Kilgore here. I've been doing this for a long time. Our goal is to help as many shops as we can. Let us know what we can do to help you. Take care.